Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode from the Multi-Tools and Blades channel. Today we're going to have a look at a modern day Victorinox SwissChamp. This particular model here is something that I carry with me quite regularly, especially if I know I'm not going to have any need for a large set of pliers. It's quite thick, but not too thick that I don't really notice it in my pocket. Alright, well let's go through the tool sets. So first we have the main blade. This is a 91mm tool, so it has the normal standard size Victorinox blade. It's non-locking, and there is no halfway stop that you'd find on the Delamont series equivalent. So opposite the main blade, we have this tiny little pen knife. It's really good for small intricate detail work, and I find myself using this a lot more than I do the main blade, mainly because it's on the right side of the handle. Would be nice if it was a clip point blade though, and maybe even a little bit thicker. Next layer along we have the metal file and metal hacksaw. This tool hasn't changed much over several decades. It's a single cut on one side and double cut on the other. So next to the metal file we have the fish hook and ruler. It's imperial on one side and metric on the other. On the next layer across we have the 91mm scissors. These are relatively good scissors, but I mentioned before that I don't like the non-serrations on them, but they are relatively reliable. Next we have the pliers. You can see just how similar they are on the head to the Boca Plus. I tend to use larger pliers than these, but in a situation where you haven't got one, I guess it's the last resort. Now we're starting to get into the double layer tools here. So on this layer we have both a magnifying glass and a Phillips screwdriver. The magnifying glass can be used in the bush to start campfires if you haven't got matches. The Phillips on this is probably my least favourite of all the Phillips on a multi-tool. The edges are just too polished and it doesn't get a very good purchase on the screw head. I also wish it was a little bit longer. I would be happy to forgo a magnifying glass if that was a lot longer. And on the last layer we have the can opener and small screwdriver. I think everyone's seen one of these. And then opposite that we have the cap lifter and large screwdriver and wire stripper. I like that this has a half stop. So if we turn it over, we have a plethora of tools on the back side as well, starting with a corkscrew and this micro screwdriver or eyeglass screwdriver. I see that Victorinox has recently released a whole magnitude of micro screwdrivers with different heads on it, so you get torque bits and hex bits and all this kind of stuff. Next we have a chisel. I've used this chisel once or twice. I've found it quite useful actually. Next we have a fine screwdriver, which I find very similar to the one on the end of the can opener. And then we have the famous multi-purpose hook with 101 uses. And then we have the awl and reamer. This is always positioned opposite the knife and penknife blade, so you're going to find that common on pretty much every single Victorinox. So something I do like about these translucent blue scales is the extra tool, which we have a pen. Surprisingly, I found this more useful than I normally thought I would, especially in today's digital age. And of course we have the common and well-known toothpick, and on the other side the tweezers as well. If I had to pull a splinter, I would probably be more inclined to reach for those pliers on this tool rather than the tweezers. The translucent blue scales are really nice, and you can probably see here it's actually got the word Victorinox imprinted inside it. It's just a nice little touch. As I mentioned before, this is a tool that I carry quite frequently, especially when I don't want to carry something a lot heavier like a Leatherman Wave or a Surge or something. I certainly do have better tools in my collection, but I know that if I break this one, it'll just be easily replaced under warranty by Victorinox. Well, we'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.